got, I think, that was when I was 12. So 13, 14, and from 14, 15 going, I will be in the kitchen. The person will come and touch me. When I'm passing by, he will pull me on his leg and do that. I will feel my hair wet. You are showering, he will come and pull. When you sleep, he will come and sleep on you. A lot of.
So hey guys, Samuel just held one of his biggest gospel concerts in the African community, and today we are inside Ribam Session Studio. And so like I said, this is Lapote YouTube channel. So I'm here, like I said, I'm here with one of the ministers that perform on the show, and she's here with me. So it's nice to have you on the show.
Hello, thank you so much. Thank you.
You know, honestly, yesterday I was at the program and it was amazing. I saw you perform and I'm like, it looks like all the people that were there that perform, like they you know, when you want to pick something and like there's a selection, you know, like they gather up, like say, no, this one is not good for this show. This one is not good for this show.
Oh my God.
So like I'm like, it was amazing. But right before we jump in, before we jump in and say, I'm sure the fans would like to get to know you.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's get to know you first, and then
So thank you so much for giving me the privilege to be here.
You're welcome.
So I'm Pastor Ruthie. You can call me ERN, means Evangelist Ruthie Nana. Okay. I live in London. I have 2 kids. I'm married, and I'm a businesswoman. Mm-hmm. I have a Shito sauce that was featured on BBC. Oh, okay. I have journals and books on Amazon. I do them myself. I publish them myself. I do a lot of things. I'm a woman with many talents. Okay, so, and I'm minister as well. I preach, and then I'm also gospel singer. You know,
it's interesting. You don't have to say much. The guy that was behind this whole thing, I know what he can do. When it comes to organizing show and event, he goes beyond the extra mile to always provide the best. So I'm not surprised. So you didn't mention your name, did you?
Oh, my name is Ruthie. You can call me Ruthie.
Ruthie, okay.
Yes.
So this is what I want to find out. You just told me the things you do. You are a minister and all that. But you sang at the occasion. You didn't preach. So I want to find out, are you a gospel singer, a gospel artist, or just the minister of the word?
Okay, so I started with my ministry. I started as a gospel artist.
Oh, okay.
And I won an award in Italy in 2012. So my mom too, she's a gospel artist. So that's how it started. But my mom being a gospel artist as well, she's also an apostle. So it's in the home like that. So everything is
in the family.
In the family is combined. So I can't really pinpoint and say I'm a gospel artist. It's everything. You know, I'm a worshiper as well. So I do all together. Yes.
You know, the reason why I ask is sometimes it's good for us to have this differentiation. You know, just the fact that somebody is a gospel singer does not make the person a gospel artist.
Yes.
And that does not make the person a gospel celebrity as well. You know, people have this thing confused. Once somebody thinks they can sing, they say they're a gospel celebrity.
No.
That's why we want
I have some album. I have an album. I have music out as well. So I do all these things. Yes.
And it's very interesting. That's the problem, you know. Most of the times when there is songs out there and it's coming from gospel artists or artists based in the European world, it's hard for even the people in Europe, like the Africans in Europe, to hear it. Most of the time we hear songs make it from Ghana, from Africa.
Yes.
So why is it like that? Because I don't know any of your songs.
Yeah, I think it depends the management that you are moving with, and also people on social media will watch more things from Africa. Even like the things that we know in Africa, I know. But friends that are in Africa, they don't know. So sometimes when I tell them this is going, they're like, really? And I'm like, everything's on social media. And I think Africa also, when they get good management and all that, when they push you and you are doing well, you know, people will hear about you. Yeah, and understand what you mean, but I believe that's how it is. Yeah.
So you think in terms of when it comes to music-wise and other stuff, there's no good management here in Europe for the African community?
Yeah, it's a bit difficult. I think it's a bit difficult, but in Africa, it's more easier. That's what I believe, yeah.
I think I agree with you that, and that's one conversation I had with Kakashi, the guy who made this event what it is. You know, so it looks like, if you look at the whole thing, it looks like there's no industry, you know? It's like everybody's doing his own thing.
That's right.
Looking at yesterday, I tell you, being here for this long, 10 years and still counting, I think this is one of the most best gospel artist show I've seen. Lighting, everything was on point. My only problem that I realized that people didn't come how I expected.
Yes.
And I think this is something that we have to
and that's the problem. I believe that people should support. You know? You guys don't want something new, but you don't also want to support. If you support, it's not about the church that you go. It's about helping the person that is rising, so that we are doing this also for your generation. Your child may come, you may see something and go and inspire your child, your daughter, your son out there. So I believe that people should support. You know, people don't support. If you go to Ghana, there's a program going on. You can see people going,
churches,
you know. Yeah, in Europe, when we are doing this, you are always at home. People are being depressed. Why don't you go? We should put our ego aside and jealousy and somebody is doing, why not me? If it was you, you would have done it. So when somebody is doing, just go and support. That's what I believe, and we'll all move on.
It's good you are saying. So, like it's actually saying, this is Lapote YouTube channel, and like if we want things to grow here, we shouldn't be picky. Oh, it is Kakashi that is organizing it, or it's this person is organizing, so I don't have to go. You know, I mean, when it comes like there's a division in the church, and that's not a good thing. So I'm still with you, Pastor Ruth. So, you know, it's interesting. Yesterday, when you were ministering, you touched on a story. You shared a story of yourself that, you know, I believe most people have gone through such a situation. You know, being abused, like you said, and when it comes like that, people don't want to come out of their shell. And you know, sometimes when you share your issue like that, it's not that you want it to be there in the public, but sometimes someone is going through something very serious or a similar thing, and just the fact that somebody came out and they are able to share, that gives them the courage to also share and come out. So, but tell me, how did you gather the courage to share this? But first of all, tell us how it happened.
Okay, before I share, I want to say a big thank you to my father in the Lord, Papa Titi Ofe. He's the
Titi Ofe, we know?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The Titi Ofe, that you know. He's the general overseer of Pleasant Place Church. That's where me and my husband are resident pastors in London, Greenwich. I want to say a big thank you to him and Mama, Lady Olivia, for, you know, their blessings and picking us to lead the church. God bless them so much. So I'm going to start from what happened. So I grew up in Italy, and at the age of 12, I remember this is when all started, you know. I didn't know about all these things. I was in my room sleeping, and somebody entered in my room. And I was sleeping, I was wearing a straight dress like this. Somebody entered my room, but it was like a dream. So, because I felt like somebody touching me, but I thought I was dreaming. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but that's how I felt. So then, I mean, I don't want to go into too much, but the person pulled my dress up, and, you know, he's a man. So he put his thing, he didn't like put it inside, penetrate, but I felt something in my leg. Then I stood up. So when I stood up, I saw the person. I started crying, like I was scared. And the person was like, "Oh, when you grow up, you'll be good. Don't be scared. What is they would try and all that." And I was crying. So the only thing I did was I went to tell my my auntie, because my mom was not around, and my auntie believed me. But then I thought the other people, they didn't believe me and all that. So I wanted to kill myself. I wanted to throw myself from, we're living in the 3rd floor. I wanted to throw myself and kill myself. My auntie said, "You can't do this, I believe you." And I don't know what happened. The family people, they had I don't know whether they spoke or whatever. The person stopped, because we're living with the person. I won't mention whether it's an uncle, a father, whatever, but the person stopped. And I thought it was over, but it wasn't over. It was going to become more. At the age of, when I got, I think, that was when I was 12. So 13, 14, from 14, 15 going, I will be in the kitchen, the person will come and touch me. When I'm passing by, he will pull me on his leg and do that. I'll feel my hair wet. You are showering, he will come and pull. When you sleep, he will come and sleep on you. A lot of like rubbish, let me say. And now grown up, I'm thinking the way, the person was a very important figure in my life. And the way he was doing, you know, it means that if this person is doing that, then why don't you go and give yourself to men? But I thank God that didn't happen. So he was doing all these things, touching me, and I got angry. So one day, what I remember was, even when I'm going to school, I ask this person money. He will tell me, "If you don't kiss me with your tongue, I will not give you money." And he will give me just €1, only for €1.
For the whole day?
Yeah. And he said, "If you don't give me a kiss with your tongue," one day he hold me like this, was trying to put his tongue by force in my mouth. And I pushed this person away. And I threw the money on the floor, and I told you, "You are a witch." You know, I'm a very, like, I'm a calm, look calm, but I'm very wild in the spirit. So I told the person, "Eyanyan," like you eyanyan, and the person was laughing. He was finding it as a joke, all these things, And it was going on and going on. I was tired. So I don't know, one day, I don't know if it's the Holy Spirit. I was not even 18. Something came into me and I started running from the house and I went to the pastor. My mom came to me and was like, "What's the problem?" And I said, "Mom, I don't care if I die, you come with me or whatever. I'm running away, I'm going." My mom started crying. "What's the problem?" And I explained to her. She said, "No, no more." Oh, that was when trouble started. This is when even the trouble started. I was in school, my last year, my mom had to take us to Holland so that I could rest my mind because I couldn't sleep again. I was being tormented. I was scared that the person will kill me because the person will threaten me, tell me I will do something to you. And sometimes he'll come to me and say, "I know what happened, but just lie, And I said, "No, I can't do that." So my mom took us to Holland. Now we went for Holland, I think for 3 months for me to, calm down. I went to a beautiful family over there. Thank God. I really thank God for their life. When we came back, the person that sexually abused me, let me say something. Sexual abuse is not only when somebody penetrates. Sexual abuse can somebody pressing your breast, touching you in the wrong way, That's why I always tell people, educate your children, especially even boys, and don't only educate the girls because it's the boys that get attracted to do that. So educate the boys as young as 5 to tell them that you don't touch people's body because children are very curious. Like, when they go to nursery, they want to see what is down there, what is there, they want to touch and all that. But they start from there. Once they touch, then they start from. So educate your children that, listen, a girl, this is your body, it's yours. Don't let anybody, and tell the boy, this is your body to nobody because now, a lot of things is going on. And tell the boy, don't touch anybody because if you touch them, you can go to prison. Things can happen to you, okay? So let's move fast forward. We came back. And the person that did this went to lie to, because where we were living in Italy, it was called Ghana House because we had a lot of foreigners, a lot of Ghanaians. So they know that they saw that something was happening. Your family is not around. What happened? This person went to lie that my mom told me to lie on him.
Okay, interesting.
So what he did, it's not true. So we want to lie on him. That's why I'm not around. So we came back from holiday, a young girl coming up in life. I was cool then, and I couldn't go back to school because my friends have written their exams, so I have to stay back. We came back. My friends are not talking to me anymore. The Ghanaian friends, when they see me, some people will even spit on the floor. Some will not talk. I was confused. What's going on? And somebody told me, say, you lied on this man.
Wow.
What? Even the church people, it was worse. Church people were the one even crucifying us. Some of my cousins, I would tell their parents, "Oh, mommy, if you see my cousin say, fear anyan," they'll call me a witch. They called me a witch. They called me a lot of names. You are a demon. You are a dad. You are a liar. And the person that did this to me, they left the man. So a small girl will come and tell you. You wouldn't even analyze the thing. They were blaming me that I'm a liar. They said I should lie, and it went on and on for a while. But God glorified himself even through that. That time I couldn't go back to school, so I had to look for a job. And I went to a job, and that job, Italy, a bit racist that time.
Okay.
So there were few black girls that were doing training. When I went there, I did the training and I was chosen. All of them, I don't know whether they resigned or they sacked them. They said they couldn't handle the people because they were rude. But I was there and I did that job for 7 good years until I left to the UK. I became a manager there. It was a good working office. So God was showing me that what you're going through, I'm not going to leave you. I'm still with you. And God gave me that job for a reason. Because he knew that what I was going through, if he doesn't give me a job for me to be stable, men will use me. Because now I need money. Nobody's giving us money. I need to do something. So God gave me that. But then I wasn't healed from what I was going through. Because after I realized that, okay, so this is what I've been through. Depression will kick in. I'll go to work, come back home. I'm a very bubbly person. I'll come back home. I'll be crying under my duvet. Why is my life like that? I want to die. All those things, telling myself. I started going to the club sometimes. I was going to the club. I won't dance with boys. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I dance only with my girls. But I thought if I go there, because I love music, I do music.
You were a Christian by then?
Yeah. I come from a Christian background. My mom and my dad, they are all pastors. So.
Okay.
So I will go there just to listen to music. And as I said, I don't smoke, I don't do anything, I don't dance even with boys. Like, it's all my friends or myself. But I just wanted to go there. That was my reason of going.
The music was your therapy.
Yeah, that's right. I thought that was the place that I could have therapy. Like, I go to listen to music and just come back home. Then one day I came back home and the Holy Spirit, my mom would be crying when I come. She was like, what's going on? I said, Mom, don't worry, I'm fine. I work, I'm a very, But then one day the Holy Spirit visited me on my bed. I came back home and I started crying on the bed. And the Lord was speaking to me that you think this is the place you will have your freedom. There is full of demons. That is my testimony. If you go to the club, that's your problem. Let the Holy Spirit visit you. That was what the Lord told me. That's what I heard. That you are going to this place, you think you will have your freedom. In church, you will dance, you will sing, you will sweat, but I will heal you. So that is when my healing started going. Then going to church, pastors praying with me, I became, very strong in the Lord. I'm a young person. We all have flaws and all that. So I wasn't saying that I was a perfect young person, but I was trying my best in the Lord. I will be, wherever God is, I will be. Any work I have to do for God, I will play piano, I am a keyboardist, I play drums, I sing. So I was doing all that, not thinking even what I would get, but I was just doing. And my healing was flowing and my healing was coming and all that. And everybody's healing is in a different way. But I pray that you will find a right place where your healing will take place. Do not let alcohol, drugs become your healing or something that will bring you healing. No, let it come from a good place, okay? So fast forward, 2012, the Lord gave me a song and it was called Call on Me. It was about, it says Call on Me. It's on YouTube, you can look for Call on Me. Ruthie, it says Call on Me and I'll be there. So I launched my album in 2012 in Italy and I won an award. So fast forward, 2017, I was in the UK, I moved in the UK, married, I have children, and
that's nice.
I heard the same voice that I heard on my bed when he told me not to go to the club again. Go and do live on Facebook. So I went on Facebook, did live, and I had 24,000 people watching that day. I'm telling you, so it was God. And from there, my ministry was birthed called Speak Out, Breaking the Silence of Abuse. So that is when we help victims, we educate the community, how to, to speak out if they are going through anything and how to be healed from depression, anxiety, and all that. And this is where we are, by the grace of God.
So in the midst of all this, you found yourself a ministry.
Yes. Sometimes what you go through is your test will becomes, your mess will become your message, your mess will become your message, your test will become your testimony. So I'm not shy of sharing my testimony or my message because I know that somebody out there need it. Yeah. So this is how far the Lord has brought me.
Okay. Thanks for sharing this message on this platform. But time will not permit us. She has a flight to catch, so we just want to make this brief. But there's this one thing I want to find out. So when this started, what was your mom saying all this while?
My mom in the beginning, I will say the truth, in the beginning when it started, she couldn't believe it. But later she trusted me and she supports me now in everything that I do. She even encouraged me to speak out more because there are more people. She will hear stories actually and come and tell me, this is the story I've heard, Ruth, you need to talk about it. The people, they are doing too much these days. So, in the beginning it was a shock to her, but then she supports him 100%.
Okay, and one more thing, what are you going to say to parents that are watching that probably they are living, maybe they live in that kind of same situation with a different man who happens not to be the dad of their kids? What are you going to say?
Or their uncle or whatever.
Kind of
I want to advise you that listen, talk to your girls. Okay, I don't know if you have been through something like this. You need to find somewhere you can speak. If you want to speak to somebody, look for me on Instagram. Speak out, okay? Speak out. If you need counseling or whatever, we can give it to you, okay? You need to find someone you can speak to and overcome that, because it's not only physical but spiritual as well. It can torment you, your relationship, your life, and all that. So you need to break free from it, okay? If I be a police case, you have to take to the police. Please don't wait. Take it to the police if you have to, but please deal with your mental health as well, because it's not only about police case. After you are taking it to the police, what else? You need to deal with yourself and be healed from the pains you're going through. So don't keep quiet, speak out and break the silence of abuse.
All right, guys, you guys just heard it from Lady Pastor Ruth. There's not much for me to say on this issue. When it's happening to you, speak out, work on yourself and all that. And two more things before you leave. So what do you expect people who came to the Night with Conjurate concert, what do you expect them to have taken from there?
I believe that the night was amazing, and I believe that they took something healing, restoration, new ideas, because in the presence of God, everything is available. He made things available. So for me, I took, even just watching other people perform, you take something from the performance and you add it to yours. How some people talk, and I believe that anybody that came was blessed. Queen Judith did amazing. All the ministers did amazing. So everybody that came, God bless you. And I believe that you will continue from there. You will not go back, but you will continue from there and be greater and greater.
Okay. Yeah. And what about those people who couldn't make it? What do you think they were missing out?
Oh, those that couldn't make it, you have missed, because sometimes you need to go and watch program like this, how it is made. For you to also use it in your life, in whatever that you are doing. You want to do quality things, it was quality, it was classic, it was like mind-blowing, everything was set. You need to go and watch things like this and stop being in your local place and go international. So next time, don't stay home, pick your bag and run to conferences like this, and it will transform your life. In the UK, we go to a lot of conferences, we go to a lot of events, and you learn from it. You grow, you glow. As you are growing, you are glowing. You need to grow and glow.
In London, when there's a church activity going on or there's a church service and it's snowing, people don't come to church. The pastors have to drive to their houses and pick up the people to church. It's a rumor, that's what I heard.
Where in Europe that when it's snowing, people go to church.
No, that's what I heard.
But in Europe, it's like that. People like, it's the people that are carnal. So in your church, what I would advise people in your church, train them to be hot. Whether sun, whether cold or winter, you don't have to drag anybody. Only the newcomers you will drag them. But the people that are rooted in God, that their feet, they humble themselves before God, they will not stay home when it's winter. Maybe the person that is telling you is going to a new church that they are not on fire, because we are in church but we are on fire. So let your people be on fire, they will not stay home.
Alright, so for those of us that we are still on fire, we just need to keep going to church, irrespective of what the weather is like and stuff like that. And this is what I believe this night with Conjurate is going to be a concert, it's going to be an annual something.
Yes.
Yeah, so in case it's happening next year, are we going to see you come again?
Of course we'll be here. I mean, we were brought here, they invited, and I believe that they will invite us because our presence makes with the presence of others, make this program awesome. So we'll be here. I can't wait to come for next year.
I know time is not on our side, but two more questions before we leave. One thing, so this concert was organized and it was a free event, free entrance. So in terms of finance, how did it go by? Were you still paid by the Conjurate Music or
they managed everything. Karakishi Music managed everything. They did amazing. They put us in a good hotel. They provided our food. Everything was done by them. So they are a good management. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. That's good. We know that. And you said you have books and other stuff there. So where can we find these books and stuff? Because time will not permit us to go through.
I have some notebooks, with affirmation. Affirmation is things that when you wake up in the morning, you tell yourself. And we have also some budget planners. This is for women, but you can find the men one. You will show it. I'll give you the picture so that you can find it on Amazon. You look for budget planner for Christian women or budget planner for Christian men. And when you click my name, they will show you all my books and other things out. So you can get it there. And you can go on YouTube and look for my song, E.R.N. Ruthie, featuring Emmanuel Smith. My songs will come out.
Emmanuel Smith. Okay.
Yes.
Alright, so like I said, this is Labote YouTube channel. We are inside Revamp Session. Time will not permit us to stay much with the pastor lady here. So I believe the next year, if she's here, we're definitely going to have another conversation.
We are coming even before next year.
Next year? Wow.
Yes,
okay, so expect a lot to come. Even next year, we'll know you're ready. So the year is almost ended and you come
again. We are coming. There is no ending for us.
Alright, so expect her to be around soon. Yes. So, Lady Pastor Judith, so I think, Ruth, we can't say much now, but I can say is I'm happy to have you on Labote YouTube channel. So next time when you come here, I believe we'll be able to have time and sit and have a conversation again.
Thank you very much. I would like to encourage everyone, go out there and be great. Don't let anybody stop you, whether you are a lady or a man, but especially the ladies, don't let anybody stop you. Go out there and be great, especially for Jesus. You can look for me on Instagram, look for E.R.N. Ruthie, and you will find me on TikTok and on Instagram. And then Facebook as well.
Alright, well, so I believe the lady pastor has said it all. So once again, I say thanks for watching and have a nice time.
Bye. Ciao.
McDaniels on the beat. Yeah, you Labote. You for watch a move. Oh yeah. The channel be good though. If you too good, make a do song for the man. He be my number one entertainer. Make you watch him move. Ah la 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 pote. Who know like he la pote? Make you not open your YouTube. Make you search for la pote. Make you click on la pote. Watch it for la pote. Watch out, we watch la pote. Make it Daniel shell la pote. Who know like he la pote? President shell la pote. Pastors shell la